Okay folks, it's Loza from the Baking Mad Gym Addict, and recently I filmed a 28 days to lean meal plan for you all. I've put a link in the description box if you want to check it out. This is not my meal plan, but it's one I found on muscleandfitness.com. I'll put a link to the whole meal plan in the description box below. Okay, so let's quickly whiz through this typical day from the meal plan. On this full day of eating, you're going to end up with 1,472 calories, which can be broken down to 182 grams of protein, 92 grams of carbs, and 45 grams of fat. Meal 1 is going to look like one slice of whole grain bread. With that, you're going to have 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, 5 egg whites, and 1 large egg. Now, I'm not going to insult your intelligence by showing you how to put this breakfast together, because anyone can do this. Totally not rocket science. All you have to do is toast your bread, spread the peanut butter, and then make an omelette on the side. The macros in meal 1 will look like 37 grams of protein, 34 grams of carbs, and 19 grams of fat. This all adds up to 435 calories. Okay, whizzing on to meal number 2, that's going to look like 120 grams of asparagus, 120 grams of brown rice, or as we say in Scotland, brown rice, and 120 grams of lean beef steak. I'm just going to season the steak with some salt and pepper and Mrs. Dash seasoning, and I just do this in its packet so that you don't need to wash an extra dish. Once that's all mixed in, I just lay them on my humongous non-stick pan, which has been sprayed with a wee bit of olive oil. Because these beef steaks are nice and thin, they cook pretty fast. Then it's just a matter of cutting them up into smaller pieces like this. Today I'm going to be a bit lazy and use some microwavable rice, which has already been pre-steamed, and so this means the rice will be ready in about 90 seconds. And then I just add in some delicious fresh asparagus, which I've been blanching in some boiling water. And then once that's all packed up nicely, meal 2 is going to look like 364 grams of calories, which can be broken down to 37 grams of protein, 42 grams of carbs, and 9 grams of fat. Although this meal looks quite plain, you can always jazz it up a bit with some sriracha sauce, some low sugar ketchup, or some dressing if you feel like you need it. I love these kind of meals because it's really only 3 main ingredients, and I always find that if you cut down the ingredients in a meal, then you cut out the processing, which makes it a pretty simple, healthy meal. Okie dokie, let's move on to meal number 3. This is just going to be an easy meal of 1 cup of broccoli and 140 grams of chicken breast. And for this, you're going to be eating 256 calories, which can be broken down to 45 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of fat. This is an even simpler meal because there's only really 2 ingredients. If you're trying to lose weight, it's quite a good tip to just buy food with 1 ingredient, such as beans, chicken, and apples, because naughty food tends to have many ingredients such as junk food, donuts, cheesecake, etc, etc. And these tend to have a lot more calories, fat, salt, and chemicals. You can cook your chicken breast however you like, and I've got heaps of videos on my channel which shows you different ways of cooking it, so feel free to check them out if you need it. Okay, meal 4 is just a protein shake. I'm going to have a scoop of Isoe strawberry smoothie shake, which has 112 calories, and a protein shake is just a quick and easy way to up your protein intake and build muscle. Alrighty, moving on to the last meal of the day, we have meal 5. Meal 5 will look like 305 calories, which can be broken down to 48 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat. For this, you're going to be eating 8 ounces of barramundi fillets and 1 cup of broccoli. I just take the fish and pop it onto a tray lined with non-stick baking paper, and I squeeze some fresh lemon over it and sprinkle on some Mrs. Dash table seasoning. You can make cute little lemon twists like I've done here just to make your fish look photogenic. Barramundi fillets will take about 10 to 15 minutes to cook in a 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit heated oven. For the broccoli, you can roast it, saute it, or boil it. And that's it. All 5 meals that I've shown you in this video will total 1,472 calories, which can be broken down to 182 grams of protein, 92 grams of carbs, and 45 grams of fat. Those macros may or may not suit you depending on your current status and what your goals are. If you want an idea of how many macros you should shoot for, check out my video on how to calculate macros for your goals by clicking the top thingy which is showing up at the top of the video right here. And that's all for today, folks. If you're new around here, subscribe to my channel and feel free to hit the like button and leave me a wee cheeky comment because that helps me out a lot. And if you want to take our relationship to the next level, then why not friend me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram. Okay everyone, see you in the next video. Happy food prepping till then. Bye!